Hey, welcome back to another guide of mine. This time I'm going to show you how to run a dedicated server for SCUM with SteamCMD. And these are the prereqs. If you do want your friends joining your server, you will need to set up port forwarding on your router. Ports you want to port forward are going to be 7777, 7779, and 27015. As I have mentioned in my other videos, Google this if you don't know how to port forward on your current router. You'll need at least 16 gigabytes of RAM minimum, but I do recommend beefing up your dedicated machine if you can to 32 gigabytes of RAM, because once you run this bad boy, it takes a whopping 14 to 15 gigabytes of RAM. Also, you'll need a good internet connection. I do not recommend dial-up if it still exists out there. Let me know if it does though. First off, download SteamCMD if you haven't already on the machine you'll be hosting server. So simply just open up a browser and just type in SteamCMD downloads and make sure it's on this one. Go to SteamCMD, Web Developer Community, click on Windows, click on the links to download the files. So while you are still downloading SteamCMD, let's just go ahead to your C drive and we'll just make a new folder called SteamCMD. Alright. Okay, once you have SteamCMD downloaded, it should be in the downloads folder. Just go ahead and right click, hit extract all. You can browse, and we'll go to this PC, C drive, and we're gonna look for that new folder you just created called SteamCMD. Let's go ahead and select the folder and just hit extract. And once it's in this folder, it should just only have the SteamCMD.exe file. And once you double click on it, it will go ahead and populate all these other files that you need here, and that's it. Once you have SteamCMD downloaded, we're just gonna simply run the SteamCMD.exe file we have here. Okay. And now what we're gonna do is type in the following: force _ install _ dir space c : /SCUM server. What this is going to do is create a new folder called SCUM server in the C drive. Okay, and now we'll want to do login anonymous. Okay. Alright, now you want to do app _ update space 3792580 space validate and hit enter. Let it download its files, let it do its thing, and we'll get right back to this. Alright, once you have downloaded all the server files, we'll just need to navigate to the C drive and look for that folder called SCUM server. This is exactly the folder that we just created with the SteamCMD. Alright, now we'll need to launch SCUMServer.exe file to generate some needed server files. And to find that, we'll need to navigate to SCUM folder, Binaries, Win64. Alright, and you should have this SCUMServer.exe right here. Just double click on that and hit yes. And it may pop up a firewall asking you whether you want to allow this on your network. Just hit allow. And if you want to know if this is running, you can do Control-Alt-Delete or go to your taskbar down here and right click and hit Task Manager. Yeah, whatever's taking the most memory up here. And it should be SCUM. Give that a minute or two to download or generate needed files. And you can just right click and end the task. Okay, once you've done that, go back to our C drive. Back in the SCUM server we are in. Go back to SCUM folder, save. And why we launched that exe file was to create this folder right here, saved. And then we want to go to config, Windows Server. Alright, and this is what we want to edit. But before we do edit, we just want to make a backup of it, okay? Just right click, copy, just paste this bad boy in here. We'll just simply rename it to server settings dash backup. Alright. That way we have the default values in there already. And what you want to do is right click on the server settings.ini file. Right click, hit edit. And we'll be using Notepad to edit, but you can use Notepad. Notepad++. I don't know why I said Notepad. But alright, this is what you want to edit. Your SCUM.server name. This is going to be your server name. In my case, it's RG Gaming. You can set up the SCUM server description as well if you want to. One important thing here is set up the server password. This is the password to join the server. The max players is set to 64 by default. I'm just going to leave it there. And you want to edit the server play style. Right now I have it set to PvE. You can switch this over to PvP if you want to. And I do recommend following this website, scum.fandom.com. And this is going to give you the settings, what you want to know about it, and the values that you should be putting in. Okay, once you have made all the changes that you wanted to make, just go ahead and save it. And then you can close this out. And now we're going to go back to the C drive and the SCUM server folder directory here. And we're going to make a batch file now to start the server. So when we right click somewhere, set new, just make a text document. Alright, and before we even start on this, make sure your view has the file name extensions check mark. This way we can edit it to turn it into a batch file. And what we want to just name it is just start. But in my case, I'm going to name it start2. You can name it whatever you want to. And then make sure you change the extensions to .bat instead of txt. And just hit enter. Sure you want to change it, just hit yes. Alright, and you right click into that bad boy and edit. It's going to be Blink, right? Well, I'm going to provide you the whole batch script file. It's going to be down in the description below and the timeline. So make sure you copy and paste this in. Alright. And one do note that this is simply just a path file to the SCUMServer.exe. Make sure that pathing is correct. If it's not, you do want to point it to the correct path, okay? And then make sure the server name equals to your server name that we just edited in the server settings.ini file. So in my case, it was RG Gaming. Once you have that, just hit save. Alright. And once you do have it, you just have to save it, close it out, and then you just have to start on it, or double click on it to start it. And it's going to ask you if you want to allow this app to make changes. Yes. Just hit yes. And now it's going to do this. Let it do its thing. Okay. Once you start seeing these logs, like down here with the frame per second, 199.8 milliseconds, that means your server is up and running. It did take like a few minutes, maybe a minute or two only, but it was fairly quick. And now we're going to be launching the game. Okay, we are at the login screen or menu. Oh my gosh, I cannot talk today. We're going to go to multiplay. And on the top, we're going to look for our game server name. It's RG Gaming in my case. And it should have popped up right there. Alright, and it should be prompting for a password. And just put in the server password. And you're right in. And I haven't made my character yet, but I'm just going to leave everything at default. Okay, they just drop us right into the world now. Oh, F to open up parachute. Nah, we ain't do that yet. Not yet. Oh, these are gonna do it for me. Can we like get electrocuted by these lines? Oh, we can't. Nice. Alright. Well, there you go. Hope this helped and enjoy. Consider liking and subscribing to help me out with YouTube's algorithm, and feel free to comment down below what dedicated server you want to see next. Don't forget to check out my other videos on dedicated server setups. I may have created one just for ya. Other than that, you all have a great rest of your day or night. Cheers.
Welcome to the SCUM Island.